more minutes. We'll keep clapping because that's always nice. So what our final, we do have one more person because it said final, but that was a lie, people. I'm kind of proud that Paramount is such a big sponsor because they happen to own me. They literally own me. They do. Or like there's pieces of paper that says we own her. So I'm proud that they're sponsoring. That's nice. Okay, so I've got two things here I'm supposed to read. I'm just going to pick the order. What do you think? Card first, then this? Yeah, okay. As many of you know, wait, I already kind of said this. Oh, I guess it starts the same. As many of you know, this year, again, marks the historic milestone of the 30th annual AIDS Walk. Yeah. Our final speaker, it is the final speaker. It's actually true this time, y'all, for real. Our final speaker is the man who started it all back in 1985, when he and other determined organizers mobilized the community to take action against a frightening and deadly new disease. Since then, the AIDS Walk movement has grown into a nationwide phenomenon. In this city alone, has generated more than $77 million to fund prevention efforts and to support people living with HIV and AIDS. Thing, but I just had to look this over for the first time, and I find this infinitely fascinating. I hope you will too. In a minute I'm going to say Craig Miller, but just so you know, Craig Miller was doing a little bit of writing, and I'm going to read to you what he wrote because it's really, for all of us that have been involved in this, I love knowing and hearing the history and the background of how this all came together. These are Craig Miller's words, not mine. I was the one on the roller skates and the mohawk right there. When I first visited APLA back in 1984, it was still operating out of a 2-bedroom apartment on a side street in nearby Hollywood. I came alone that day, 25 years old, active politically, semi-closeted socially, and certain of being squarely in the epidemic's path. I wanted to help, and I had a plan. Worked up with a straight friend of mine and fellow political activist, Richard Zychek. We called it AIDS Walk Los Angeles. At that time, APLA was makeshift but indispensable. The services it offered were of the kind afforded to people in the midst of a natural disaster. Much more of a triage than treatment. What APLA lacked in funding, its early leaders made up for with an abundance of heart, brains, and nerve. Several, like Peter Scott, Nancy Cole Sawaya, Jack Hamilton, all of whom have long passed, and Matt Redman, who is still wonderfully alive, showed extraordinary valor fighting to build an organization that would persist in caring for and fighting for those living with AIDS, even as they themselves were dying from it. The prevailing outlook at APLA was one of, we might all be dead soon, but we will be damned if we are going down without a fight. That is exactly how I felt, and that is exactly why I wanted to be there. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our beloved founder and senior organizer of AIDS Walk Los Angeles, Craig Miller.
A storm, hold your head high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden